Hello and welcome back. Back to my happy place. It's been I guess about 2 weeks. I'm here for the May long weekend. Just came up Saturday morning this time, so it's just around noon I guess now. And what a difference a couple of weeks makes. This whole place is really leafed out. It's very green now, very much alive. A lot of bugs in the air too. But before I get started, I want to go check on the beaver dam and see what's happening over there. So let's take a walk. Right, so looks like the beaver didn't patch this section of dam, which is a bit surprising. Could mean that he just didn't need to, or that something's happened to him. But anyway, we'll keep an eye out. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is repair the roadway. I don't know if you watched the last video, but I damaged the road pretty good, getting the outhouse up on the trailer up that little pass. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put the bucket back on the tractor. I'm going to grab some of the aggregate I have out at the front, and I'm going to bring it over there and start filling in those holes and patching them up a bit, just so I don't have to worry about it as much as I'm driving over top of it. It's in pretty bad shape right now. So, all right. So first step is let's get the bucket back on the tractor. All right, so I'm going to work on this little area here, which is it's kind of like a staging area. I was going to get more aggregate brought in. I've got a spot kind of over there that I have some, but I want to get some over here as well. And then I just want this area kind of more cleaned out of this this little brush. I got rid of all the big trees already. That'll give me a spot to kind of put stuff or park or whatever. So I just want to get that taken care of so that I don't have this in the way anymore. And then I can get on to sort of extending the road at the far end. So I've got the bucket on still. I've got to go swap that for the grapple. That way, as I dig up some of these roots and some of the top stuff here, I can just use the grapple to kind of grab it and move it somewhere. Maybe I'll just throw it back in there. I'll go swap out the bucket for the grapple and back in a bit. right, that went pretty well. This grapple, I wasn't mat the way it was doing. The root mat just kind of like peeled it right up and picked it off. It was making quick progress. I thought I'd have to loosen it all with the backhoe first, and then kind of pick it up with the grapple to move it. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. Makes it a little cleaner here, a little less tree to worry about. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm not sure what time it is now, but I might eat now. It's got to be getting close to 5, and then maybe I'll see. Maybe I can still do a little bit more work after dinner as well. So anyway, stay tuned. All right, I've had a little snack, and I'm gonna eat a bit later. But as you see, the bugs are a bit nuts. So let's see how long. I've got my you can see it here. It's called rhino skin. It's basically like a tight layer around both on like my pants and a shirt. And the idea is the bugs can't bite through it. I think it's working. I'm definitely getting bit in other places still, like around my neck and my hands and stuff, but I don't think they're biting through this material. So anyway, seems to be working, so that's good. So I'm going to take a ride out to the end of the road, basically the spot that I'm at, like the farthest spot on the road that I'm at. I've got my my chainsaw here loaded up in my sort of makeshift holder. I'm gonna wear the helmet and got my gloves, and that's about all. I'm just gonna go out there. I think I've got some cutting to do first, and then we'll see where I get. So anyway, let's go for a ride. Alright, this is basically where I'm at. I guess I've got to do some more cutting over here. Probably need to take some of these down. Maybe this big one here too. And then obviously that one there that's going across. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the road kind of go this way or that way. There's also a big stump in the middle there. It's pretty wet here is the thing. Gotta bring in some rocks and stuff to fill that before I can add aggregate to it. There's just two. You can see the road kind of will carry on down that way, but it kind of naturally goes more on that side anyway and turns up. So I think I'm going to leave this big one here for now, and I'll kind of have the road like veer through that patch there. So I got to basically clear that whole patch there, and then I'll probably have it come also around this top side at some point. But I might wait. If I find big rocks, I'll kind of just start throwing them in this big puddle here, and then go from there. So I guess first step here is to pull out the old chainsaw here and start taking care of some of these trees. So let's find a spot for you. Right. Making decent progress. Black flies are nut bar, but I got the big one cut down. Quite a bit of this wood might be good. It's hard to tell until I take close looks, maybe split it and see, but anyway, I think some of it will be okay. So next I think I'm going to deal with this this leaner here. So what I'm going to try to do is I'll cut a small V in it, and then I'm going to try to do a plunge cut, so just push all the way through and then work my way back to the edge. It's called the trigger at the end, and then it should just snap once I get close enough and the weight of the trigger can't hold the tree anymore. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. I got the V cut out a bit there, so that's half decent. And I'm just starting my plunge cut. I just got to be careful, it's not a very thick tree, so I got to go sort of straight through there. It should be okay, and then I shouldn't have to do much. Work it back just a tiny bit, and then it should go. All right, very buggy again today, but I think I'm dressed a little better for it. We'll see. It wasn't too bad last night, but my wrists definitely were destroyed. So I've got these sort of tucked in now and got bug spray on, so hopefully that helps. So I got the trees down there and the cluster kind of ready. So I'm gonna hop on the tractor now, come through this pile here, and cut across down through this and kind of over there. All right, it's time for a coffee break. It's going okay, but it's very muddy over here, as you can see. A mistake trying to use the grapple to grab that last bit of root there. End up digging some holes here. I'm getting kind of stuck, but anyway, I'm gonna take a break, have a coffee, and then come back, figure it out after that. I think I'm gonna start by just collecting rocks from around the area and kind of throwing them into the holes here, and see if I can get this sort of muddy area a bit more stable. Still collecting rocks, but found a little spotted salamander under one of the rocks. All right, I've gotten quite a few collected I could carry by hand. See there, it's sort of half decent. Now there's quite a few big ones over there too that I'm not gonna bother struggling with. Just gonna use the backhoe, just adjust the mechanical thumb so I can pick up the rocks easier, and then I'll dump those in these kind of wetter spots and deeper spots here, and then see if I can get it passable. making decent progress over here. Stop for a bit of a drink. I brought a Gatorade up with me. But yeah. There's a big down tree there too that I'm going to have to get the chainsaw out. Cut that up a bit maybe before I try to move it. But yeah, there was a big rock here, as I was kind of worried there was. But should be okay. I'm gonna build up down in this area a bit more with some rocks and stuff, just to so the road can kind of go down that way instead of on the edge of this shelf. And then, I mean, at some point I might also fix up this area and have it go across there as well and kind of join back down again here. But the main stretch will come through here. So anyway, I'm gonna go grab a drink and back in a bit. Alright, I'm gonna break up the chainsaw here first, deal with this one on the right, and maybe trim up some of these other ones, and then I'm gonna cut a couple cuts in this big beast here too. So hopefully if I make a few cuts in that, I can either use the grapple or the backhoe to move the pieces. But let's get rid of some of these little guys first, so I can open the space up a bit, and then I'll fill in these ruts down here as well, and go from there. I think it's pretty decent. Just got to get some aggregate up here to top it off with, and gunshots in the distance here. What's in season right now? Grouse or something like that. But anyway, so the next step here, or the next stage, is fairly decent. I got to trim out all these little trees. You see I got another big down tree there. But yeah, like between that tree and where I am now, it's not much. Just got to get the maybe I'll get the bale hook out and start chopping away at some of these little guys, and then yeah, I'll be up at the next tree there in no time. So I guess I'll see you in a bit. Right, that's all for now. I'm Getting kind of out of steam here. I'm gonna go back and get supper going. A little bit of cleanup to do here. Probably do that tomorrow, but anyway, that's it. That's it for now. Hello. I did a bit more work this morning. I didn't do much videoing, but I kind of just added more rocks and cleaned this area up again. I need to bring some aggregate up here. It's just too much mud. The big rocks are kind of slipping, sliding around, so I need to get a nice layer on top of smaller rocks and aggregate. So I kind of paused on this and I continued on the road. So let's just take a walk and recap what was done here. It's almost looking like a driveway, even though it's just sort of roughed in at this point. I'm going to definitely have to fix it up a bit, but areas like this, I might not do much to them. As long as I can pass through with a vehicle, I may have to add a little bit, a couple of high spots here and there. Big rock, gotta build up around this. I think this is maybe close to the area that I stopped yesterday, so I just had to cut all the trees. So I came out this morning, moved them all, and then I grabbed the tractor and kind of continued. Mostly just flattening any sort of rocky areas, any big rocks, moving trees, the chipmunk. Just kind of flattening out, moving the stumps. This was the area with all the sort of bigger birch trees. So I got those stumps kind of pulled off the side and kind of leveled off for the most part. That's still pretty rough here, but I wanted to just kind of keep going. I had to, this had a bit of an angle to it, so I really had to kind of cut into the one side and build up the other. Sort of half decent. It's just sort of trying out how that would go. And this is where I stopped, but as you can see, making decent progress. And I don't know if you can sort of see, that's the opening right there of the big lake. So I'm almost past the marshy area into the sort of, definitely widening out here, but the actual lake part is up there. So my next job, I guess, I probably have to take this tree here down. It's kind of in the way, but I got to continue the road up to here, which is not too bad. Continue down here, a lot more brush kind of built up. Most of this though is still just kind of like flattening and getting rid of the trees. But pretty soon I'll be at here. This is where it starts to climb up a little bit again. I think that it's not too steep, hopefully anyway. But then I get to this area, which is probably going to be the sort of the beginning of probably the tough spots. You can see the terrain is very angled. Basically, so the big rock there, I've got to go on the uphill side of that. I may have to take that big tree down just to kind of flatten that out, probably do. And I'm hoping I can kind of just pull the stuff down here to sort of tighten out, and then it just kind of keeps going, gets rougher and rougher the deeper you go. So I'm getting kind of past the easy stuff and getting into the the real sort of tricky parts. And hopefully the ground is manageable. Like I can move the dirt around and kind of go from there. But anyway, that's about it for today. I'm gonna call it and just sort of pack up and get ready to go. And Also, for my biggest fan, probably the only one still watching right now actually, it's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. It's you know, I'll have this trail ready for you to come visit, take you up here on the side by side so you can get a better view, hopefully sometime this summer. But anyway, hopefully you're having a great day, and by the time you watch this, your birthday will have been a few days ago. But anyway, for everyone else out there that's maybe watching, thanks for watching, and stay tuned till next time.